Welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man. Last time we got back to Slayer, managed to get up to 91, which of course unlocked Cerberus, and then we didn't do that immediately. I did get a Heckhound's task kind of early, but I actually used 1,000 Slayer points to store it, so we have that stored, and then right now if I check my current task, you'll see that I ended up getting another task. So we've got over 300 that we can do, so I figured that's pretty much assigned to do Serb. Didn't want to jump to that right away. So in the meantime, I decided to finish up my little skill grind. I was trying to make sure I could get my tiers of Gothics, like, you know, what I could be training, because, you know, Runecrafting is, we unlocked Bloods, and also they released the new minigame, so not that hard to train Runecrafting anymore, so I figured Prayer, probably the next best thing. I worked on getting Fletching and Mining up. Those were our lowest skills. And now we just got to get Runecrafting up to get, Prayer out of range. So I was like, hey, let's try that new Runecrafting minigame. So just before this, I finished this little quest here to unlock the Rift place. I've been here before. You come here for the quest, but everyone was actually filled with people. So, oh yeah, swearing already. Let's get that muted. But I think we're going to be trying that this mini game here. I've never done it before, obviously. I've watched Mudkip do it a little bit, and then Bodhi's kind of, raw gameplay video. So hopefully that'll be good enough. There's a lot of the mini game itself. I think it'll take a teeny bit to get used to, but once you do it, it's kind of like the same thing over and over again. You kind of just, once you get a habit down, it should be easy enough. And then the rewards, I'll go into that a little bit more in depth once I get it started, but the outfit is kind of what I'm here for, and you use it for Abyssal Pearls, which you get. The points are kind of similar to Temperos, where you get points in the game, and then you can just search this, like you can build up a bulk of them, and then you can search that for the rewards, and Abyssal Pearls are one of the things you can get from rewards, similar to the Spirit Flakes, I think they're called at Temperos. So, decent for UIMs in that we can, wait and store things, but then, you get into the thing where it's like, well, you maybe want to get rewards, you don't want to just wait till you have a huge bulk, because there are some rewards you can get that can help you get rewards, more points faster, do the minigame better, but then also it's like, you're gonna have to make trips to sell runes or hold on to the runes, and there's a bunch of stuff like that. So I'll get into all that at the end, but before that there's a little tiny bit of prep work I want to do just to make sure that our inventory is all set up right. So that's gonna be the first thing I take care of. So first thing we're going to want is the Runecrafting pouches, because they will be helpful for the minigame. Obviously, the best one would be the gargantuan pouch that you can get, which is introduced from the minigame. But to do that, one, there's a bunch of things you need. You need all the pouches, first of all. Then you need 85 Runecrafting. Then you also need the Abyssal Needle, which you get from the minigame itself. So we can't get that yet, but having all the pouches does help anyway, and we can have small, medium, large, and giant. We can have all 4 of those. I think you need 75 for the giant, which we do have. So all those you get from the abyssal creatures. The leeches here are the easiest to kill. They only have 10 HP. They respawn in like 2 seconds, and it's a 1 in 42 drop for all of them. The way it works is if you don't have a small, then you get a small, then you get a medium, then a large, then a giant. You get a medium, you got one for free in the quest, the Guardians of the Rift quest. I could have gotten a free small pouch if I talked to the Dark Mage in the Abyss, but I don't want to go to the Abyss because I'd get Scald, and I don't really want to, it's going to be fast enough. I'll just do the grind here and get that. Although I'm wondering if I'll still get a small one even though I have a medium. We'll see how that works. And there's the giant pouch. I was a little over drop rate. I almost hit the rate for 4 of them, even though I only got 3 drops, but it was still like not even half an hour. I can't even complain. And then 2 mediums. Let's see if we get anything from these. No. Alright, all set up here. I've got 4 of my pouches. I've got my rune pouch, but if you look in there, I've actually got runes for NPC contact, because these pouches can degrade normally. So you want to just contact the Dark Mage to repair them after every single game. And then for how many games I'm going to need, it depends on how many points I get. I don't know for sure how many I'll get, especially if I'm learning. I've heard 7 to 8 thrown around if you're lucky. but you might need to have, you know, the giant pouch for that. I did 6 for my calculations because you need, in order to get all of the pieces, I needed pretty much, on average, 630 reward points, which if I get 6 points per game is like 100-ish games, a little more than that. So I got enough runes for 100 games. We'll see how many we get. And then I also think I might try every like 100 games, maybe I'll start searching through the rewards, mainly because most of the things I could get are not going to help me immediately, because even if I get like the needle for the pouch, I can't make it without 85 runecrafting. The biggest thing is just the Abyssal Lantern. That can help you get more points in the game, and you can also use it to make sure your pouches don't degrade. So that would be pretty nice. Just to not have to remember that. But other than that, like, I don't really need anything that's nothing there is going to really help me that often. But hey, it'll be, you know, content or something for me to look forward to, rather than just doing the mini game, you know, 1,000 times. So I'll get back to you once I feel like I've learned something. Alright, figured I'll give a little update since I'm just about to hit 100 points for the first time. I've got a bit of a method down now. You might notice I dropped the small pouch. It was really, I mean, it only holds 3, and then it takes up one inventory space, and I'd rather have like a little bit more extra room for other things here, so that I could, you know, do something else. But just my general thing, I've already messed up because I'm rambling. Usually, per Bodhi's video, around 46 seconds left on the timer is when I'd run back over here after mining down there, and then start turning these into the essence here. And then his video is really good. I'll link it in the description. It was really helpful for learning. But he has the giant pouch already, which you do things a little bit differently. It's definitely, I wish I had that. It makes things a lot easier and simpler. But the only really time thing I focus on is the 46 seconds is when I'll leave. And then other than that, it's pretty much just you get in the rhythm from doing it. But at 46 seconds, I come here and then fill up all my pouches, small or medium, large, and giant, and then get a full inventory, and then go ahead and place a weak cell down, and then go into, this is death, so I'll usually go for that. I generally prioritize like runes I'd want. You can see the ones in the bottom right that I'm keeping as far as what to go for. But sometimes if there's no good choices, or, you know, I don't want to AFK for super long, then I will just take whatever's closest. But these little cells, hopefully you get one every single time. You get XP if you use it at a point where it can, you know, where it actually like heals or upgrades the thing. But like that was a little slow there, so normally I have some downtime before a portal spawns. These portals here, you want to get in those every single time, because that's where you can go here and mine the essence directly. You don't have to worry about getting the fragments and then chiseling it, and you get a lot of it. It's a lot faster to do these, so you always want to go in those whenever they spawn, which you get in a rhythm. You'll see here pretty much I crafted the first round, then I'm going to use these where I don't craft. I just get a full inventory, and then the next time I come back, there won't be a portal spawn, so that's when I'll go ahead and craft, then a portal the next time, and then by that point I've usually run out of you know, pouches, stuff to use. So I didn't get a cell that time. I'm kind of on autopilot. No, see, I mess up because I'm rambling here. I sometimes forget whenever I spawn. Most of the time it spawns you like by the start, but sometimes it'll spawn you up close to the actual portals, which usually throws me off. So I mess up there. It's not a huge deal. It's not like I'm gonna, like, you know, miss a whole point or something like that. It probably just won't be my best game. Because fires are pretty good because you get a overcharged cell. See, like, usually it puts you down here, so I'm kind of, you know, used to running back and forth. These, you don't get runecrafting experience if you put them on a cell that's already like fully healed, but you will get a couple extra points. I think it's the same amount of points. I don't know. You get some points because at first I would hold on to them, but no, it's always worth it just to dump it. If you can use it to actually heal, it's good because you get like a decent amount of runecrafting experience. It adds up for sure. But points are more important in the long run, say, because I mean, that's what I'm here for, is the points. I guess a little bit of runecrafting experience, but I'll get enough experience going for the outfit than I will just, you know, going for points in general. But you see here, I'm chiseling these, and then luckily I'll have enough. I said I might be out. Since I stayed a little longer, I'll have more to start. I have 44 is how many I can hold in one inventory for me, and I'll be able to mine a couple more the normal way, and then just craft them after that. For how many points I actually get, it is not, I think Bodhi's video was, he said he could get almost 8 every single time, but always 7. For me, I always get at least 6, and I usually get 7 if I don't, if I don't say if I'm 100% perfect, but if I'm not like super off on anything like that. Like even like this, I didn't realize the portal was here, but I've still got 15 seconds to get to it. So I'll usually get 7. I do get 8 every now and then. I think the more people there are, like this is it's Sunday, at noon just about right now. So it's going to be a decent amount of people online. I started yesterday, it was like Saturday evening, so there weren't quite as many people, or there weren't that many people this morning either. So it went a little slower, but I think, 7 average probably is what I'm getting, which is good. I can deal with that. And you get like 40 to 45k runecrafting experience an hour, so that's also very, very good. And the thing I think I was surprised by the most is you get like decent runes. Like you can see, I don't even have 100 points yet, and this is how many runes I've got. For a UIM, obviously it fills up the inventory pretty quick, and I thought about getting a looting bag maybe, but like I'd have to leave every single time when I'm on looters. There's no easy way for me to get back unless I would get the that one. There's an amulet you can get from this that lets you teleport back here infinitely, but of course you'd only get it from using the actual rewards, claiming them, which I haven't done yet. So I don't even know if you can see it in there, but I just got 78 rune crafting. I was pretty close at the end of the last round, and then I forgot. I meant to try and have my recorder up, but you get so many little chunks of XP in addition to like the big chunk you get at the end that it's hard to catch it in the middle if you don't. Alright, well we got 2 chances at pouch uniques. Let's see if we can get anything. Astral runes and cosmic runes. I guess I'm recouping the cost of some of my echolocation NPC contact runes. And then 240, so we're kind of close for the boots. But I think I'll probably just wait for another 100 and then I'll buy like the hat or something, or see how many we get. I was hoping if we got exactly 250, I'd buy them to free up the inventory spot, but I'll just keep them for now. And I might get to catch it here, assuming I get enough XP from making water runes. If not, then I should definitely get it whenever I turn in these here. Okay, it looks like I'm not going to get it right here, but I will get it in just a second. That's 79, I think we're coming up on. Yep, 79 rune crafting. Oh, split bark helm to make the blood bark helm? Oh my god. Alright, I think I've done my math right, and I should be getting a level up. Not the first craft, then the second one. Yeah, the first one. 80 rune crafting. And the one time I'm able to catch it, there's no message for it. Lucky me. Just finished game 70. I've got about 100 more pools to do, and I think I'm going to do all 100. I'll probably just go until I have, I think it's 400. I decided I want to get the hat first. Mainly because you can do a thing where you can like attune a tiara to it, and yeah, obviously I'm not doing any crafting with it right now. I don't need tiaras for this, but I was thinking if by chance I get the cataclysmic talisman from this, I can go make that into a tiara and then put that in the hat, because otherwise it's just a dead reward for me. And even then I don't think I'll ever use the cataclysmic talisman, because every other talisman is easy enough to get, but it has things like wrath and death talismans are kind of hard to get. So I figured, hey, like being able to have it, and I think, yeah, of course, this will all be moot if I can't store it in the POH by itself. I have to do this. If I can't store it by itself, or if it loses the charge, the achievement whenever you store it, then it doesn't really matter. But I just think like, hey, there's a chance in case I get one of the rewards, and I just have to drop it immediately. Last 5 searches again, no more uniques. I think I got pretty unlucky with pearls, although I did end up getting like 3 in a row between 20 and 30 searches. So, yeah. All right. Well, we're now at we just need 1 more pearl drop, and then we can get the hat. So I think at this point, I'm probably just going to search after every game, and then once I get enough, I'll let you guys know. Oh, also let's check these the pouches here for a chance at the other things. So law runes and then cosmic runes. Nothing good. And I didn't even notice I actually got this before the last game, but I managed to just cross the 400 Abyssal Pearls mark. So if we go over to this guy, say I would like to get the Hat of the Eye, we can buy that. And we now officially have our first piece of the rune crafting gear, the hat, which I think looks very, very cool. I'm a big fan of like the droopy like top on these wizard hats, and it's got a very, very large like brim. Is that what you call that? The whole thing around there? I don't know. I like it a lot. I think the dyes you can get look pretty cool too, but I don't think it's like 1 in what 1,200 I think for those. And then of course if we dye it, we need to dye all the pieces to store them. So I don't think we'll be doing that. But yeah, we get just this piece. I wonder if it'll say it in the equipment stats anywhere. If we go to set bonuses. So 10% head of the eye plus 10% bonus runes crafted. I don't think that actually works in the mini game. Like I think we'll get more runes, but I don't think we'll get more of like the essence, so we can get more points in the mini game. Is what I mean by that. But it's still it's good for more runes for us. Apologies, I just missed 81 runecrafting. I had my recording software open. I hadn't started recording yet. And I just get too into it and I forget. That's what happens with this minigame. Was in the zone a bit, so I went a little over 100, but I figured we'd do at least 100 more searches, maybe enough at least to get another piece of the outfit. Let's see if we'll finally maybe get a unique this time. I don't think we're dry for anything yet, but we're getting closer to that point. Well, and it wasn't even like a minute later after I said that. I didn't even really notice it at first because I heard the little thing and then looked over, but it looks just like a normal needle. So this is actually, I saw something interesting about this. I'm curious to see if it's true. Of course, if you don't know, you can use this to make the colossal pouch, but you need 85 runecrafting to use it. You might be able to make it earlier than that. I don't know. You need 85 to use it, so it wouldn't be worth it to us. But I swear something I saw is that, because this is untradeable, I swear I saw that you could reclaim it if you lost it, although I was wondering if you could destroy it. Maybe if you show it to somebody? I don't know. I'll double check that. So the wiki definitely says that if you lose the needle or your colossal pouch, what you do is you can use a normal needle on the reward statue, and it'll say like, oh, you like the magic of the void turns it into an abyssal needle. I'm a little curious if maybe you have to do it like make a giant pouch once, although I would think it's just, oh, if you have it in a collection log, that means you've unlocked it. Either way, we can't test that now. Some video down the line, maybe we'll test that once I have 85 runecrafting, but for now I'm just gonna have faith and let this go into the abyss. Once again, we are done. I got 4 pouches this time, so that's pretty lucky. I got this elemental talisman that isn't a collection log slot, because you could have gotten that from somewhere else. It's like 1 in 273. I think it's rarer than the cataclysmic. Let me try and find the actual collection log for this. Yeah, so I think the needle is 1 in 300. The cataclytic talisman is 1 in 200. And so you see I'm almost double the rate for a cataclysmic. I hit rate for the abyssal needle probably just about when I got it, if I'm being honest. And then these 2 come from pouches, and then there's nothing for the elemental talisman. So I guess real quick we'll see if we get anything from these intricate pouches. Oh my god, freaking blood essence. Is that even a collection log slot? Yeah, that's the rarest thing. It's 1 in 200 from these pouches. Which them themselves I think are like 1 in 25 to get from a search. I'd like to get the other things. You can get the bag or the amulet. Once you get those, you stop rolling them in the rewards, but I did not get them here. Blood essence, I don't think they're, I think they're 1, I think it's worth, actually it's not worth that much. It's all right. I wonder if I can use it here. I might be able to use it now. I think it's like you get more bloods when you're blood crafting, but I don't know for sure. They did get 266 pearls, so I guess I could, buy the boots if I wanted to? How much is it for the other pieces? Although they're all 10%. I'll just go ahead and buy the boots right now. Why not? I'm gonna have to go and try and do this this clue anyway. So we are now getting 20% more runes, and we've got 2 out of the 4 pieces. So we need 700 pearls till we are done. Well, I wasn't able to do the hard clue. Got another wilderness step, but I did get a needle from that my searching here. So I guess we'll go ahead and see if we can use it to get our abyssal needle back. Place the needle. Okay, you can. That's really awesome. All right, so we've got like a storable gigantic pouch essentially. You still obviously will need to get all the pouches back if I want to make it again, but like if I ever come back here to maybe like just once I get 85, if I want to do can you use those for blood rune crafting? I don't know if you can, but if you can use pouches for that, you've got not. If not, it'll just be good for this. It's how you get the best rates. And I do like I think unless I want bloods or something that's really AFK, I don't think I'd do bloods to get to like 99 runecrafting. I wanted to do that, I would probably do this. So anyway, that's cool. We can get that back whenever we want. As for the blood essence here, I've been trying and trying and trying to see if it'll work. For the way it works is it has a chance to give you 2 blood runes. There's 1,000 charges for a chance to get 2 blood runes every time you'd normally make 1. And it uses a charge regardless of whether or not you get a rune or not, or you get doubled. The thing is, though, I can't find out if it works with the essence, the guardian essence, the stuff you actually use in the minigame. The wiki only says like the pure essence or normal, like the Dale essence or whatever. And I've tried looking for YouTube, I've tried looking, on Reddit, just Googling, and I cannot find anything if it works. And normally that wouldn't be a problem. I could just try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But the thing is, right now I can alch it for 60k when it's inactive. As soon as I activate it, though, it becomes untradeable. And that's how, you actually start using it, and you can't alch it in that state. So it's like, do I take a risk for it to work in here so that I can use it for blood runes? Or do I take 60k now? And I think I want to take 60k now because I've already run into tight on inventory space for Guardians of the Rift, and this would just, even if it does work, that would be 1 extra inventory space that I wouldn't have, and it just would, would overall slightly reduce my points per game, points per trip. So I think, as terrible as this may seem, I know it's not like super expensive, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and alch that. It was cool to get, but that's what we got to do as a UIM. Well, we are for once going to be able to actually catch this. I'm going to level up with the reward we get at the end of the game. That's 82 runecrafting. We now get double astrals, which actually doesn't help us because you can't make astrals here. Just finishing up game number 150 here, and we've got 141 more reward searches, which I haven't done the math, but hopefully that'll be enough pearls to get at least 1 more piece. Let's find out. Well, there it is on my second search. That is the Abyssal Lantern. Quite a couple different effects we can get from this, which I'll go over once I finish searching all the rest. Unfortunately, we can't store this anywhere, I don't think, so it's not really going to be useful for that much because I'm not going to keep it. I don't think it's worth it. Also, I don't think it's tradable. Is it? Examine? No, it is not. So yeah, it'll help a little bit because I don't think we'll get enough pearls from this grind on its own, but it's not going to be, incredible or anything. Oh, another new unique. We're getting all of them this time. That is the Cataclytic Talisman. We can't do anything with that, but that's the reason I got the hat first. We'll be able to make that into a tiara, and so we can go into any of the Cataclytic Talismans, which again, don't know if it'll retain whenever I store it, but it's something we can do. Oh, and right near the end, in fact, I think we only have, we've literally got 1 more search. Let's just go ahead and do it. We got an Abyssal Red Dye, which dyes are bad because you need 3 for the top, the hat, top, and bottom. The boots can't get dyed. But if we're going to store it, we're going to need 1 of every single color, or 3 of one color is what I meant to say. And I think they're like 1 in 1,200, so not likely we'll get that before we store it. And we can't, unless we can't even commit to a color, because once we buy the piece, we're going to have to store it in there. You can't take them out individually. So probably not going to use that unless you can. I'll look online to see if you can like revert it, because then I'll just do it for shits and giggles for right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the collection log. 523 searches. We've gotten pretty lucky. I don't know how lucky we've been for pearls as far as rate. That it felt like I didn't get that many this time, but I feel like I always say that. I'll throw on screen how many we should expect with 523 right now. But everything else, I think that's like 1 in 200. It's like 1 in 700 for the lantern, I think. 1 in 300 for the needle. So we're doing all right. Can't complain. This was definitely our best pool for uniques. We also get 5 pouches. I think the most we've ever gotten before is like 3 maybe. So let's see if we can't get anything from this. Remember, we're looking for the bag. Oh, there's a hard clue, or the another hard clue. The bag or the a dragon spear. The necklace. Oh yes, the necklace. That's what I really wanted, because we can show this to the guide in Lumbridge, and then we can teleport here whenever we want. which is great because I don't have a necklace right now, and while when I'm on lunars, there's not really an easy way other than minigame teleport to get here, so if I leave more than once, it's not that easy to get back. So that'll be great, and then these hard clues, I have not been lucky. Look, I'm glad we got 2 because one of them is a wilderness step. What about the other one? Okay, there's a chance I can do this. Let's see. Okay, do I have the most jumbled update for all you guys for the order of things that happen? So first thing first, to free up some inventory space, we made the catalytic tiara here. If I go ahead and use it, I think you attune your hat to the power of the tiara, and then if we check that, it'll say it is attuned to catalytic, so we'll see if that can survive when we store it. For now, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that. We don't need it. Next up, we have the abyssal lantern here. So I went and got this. You need 6 logs to light it, and I think, do we just go ahead and use the log on it like that? Okay, it'll blaze with redwood logs. Well, let's say what it does. Okay, when helping the Guardians of the Rift, your elemental, you get 5% more energy, you get 5% more runes, and your pouches will no longer degrade. So I'm off lunars, which is great now. So we just go ahead and wield that, and you can see it's really nice. I love the color for that, and it changes based on what's in there. So like, nice options for fashionscape, of course. Next thing, let's go ahead. I got a medium clue while I was going ahead and woodcutting for the redwoods, and then I also managed to get a dragon impling, for the mystic robe bottom. So get some alks there. And then lastly, I didn't know for sure if you could remove a die once you've used it, but what you can do is you can, I think, just use it on this guy, and he'll give you some. Yes, but how did you? Wait, hang on. What was it? Oh, you can change the color of it. Okay, that changes it a little bit, but still, no, I'd like to sell it to you is what I want to do. So for other dies, which die do you want to sell? The red die, and then I should get 50 pearls, which means if we go ahead and trade, I should now be able to afford the robe bottoms. Yep, there we go. So now we have 3 pieces. That's 30% more runes. So we are getting up on there, and then we only need 250 pearls because I said I won't be able to keep the lantern. We can sell lanterns for 100 pearls. So once I get 250, I can go ahead and sell that and get the full outfit. Although I don't know for sure if I want to do that. I might want to keep grinding this a little bit more because it feels like a waste to only have the full effect of the lantern for now. But I'll see how I feel about that once I get up there. Managed to catch it mid-game, but this is going to be 83 runecrafting. Got another level here, 84 runecrafting. We now get 7 mind runes. Alright, brace yourselves, guys, because after a long journey, that's 85 runecrafting. We can now make a colossal pouch. And with that, I am going to call this an episode. Boy, has it been a long one. I was editing this. I waited a little longer than I normally do to edit it, and I didn't realize it was getting so long. I probably would have tried to break it into 2 or make it smaller, but it was at the point now where it's like it didn't make sense to wait. So that's where I'm going to end it. Real quick, let me show you what's up. If you notice right now, I've got a little over 300 points I could do to search. The only piece of the outfit I need left is the robe, which is 350 pearls. Based on an average, I think the normal average is like about 2 pearls per pool. That would be 600 pearls, so well over enough to get it. And I'm telling you this all because I think I'm going to go ahead and not get it right now. I'm just going to go ahead and toss the top, like the 3 pieces I have now, into storage because when I inevitably come back to this minigame, because I do like it, if I ever want to get more runecrafting levels, like 99 or maybe at least like 92 for a diary, that would probably be the more realistic thing. I'd want to come back for that, and I'd like to get the Abyssal Lantern back. I know I've said I'm going to drop it because it's like 1 in 700, I think. So this gives me almost a coin flip chance, 50% chance of getting it in the pools to get enough pearls for the top, rather than pooling now, potentially getting a second lantern and just having to drop that. I think it makes sense to just leave that. So final poll from, this was about 2 weeks worth of, 2 weeks isn't good. I think this was going from 77 to 85. keeping all of these runes, the good runes I called them, was 12 mil. You'd probably make a little bit more than this if you were a main account, because you'd probably keep your normal runes, or at least, you know, maybe 1 or 2 other ones in addition to this. But yeah, pretty good. Really can't complain. I'm really glad our nature stack was getting kind of low. Law runes, we ended up having to sell some, or maybe I'll, like, you know, take advantage of this to build some portals or something. But yeah, really happy to have all these, the natures specifically, and then it's always good to have, you know, deaths and cosmics and bloods. But for now, thanks for sticking out for this long episode. It's finally time to be able to start doing some Tears of Guthics. So I think I'll probably do the new quest for that. It's not for Tears of Guthics, but it's still a new quest. And then I don't know what I'm going to do right after this. Maybe get back into Slayer, but I'll see how I'm feeling. So for now, hopefully I will catch you in the next one. And thanks for watching.